lay low major on the beat.
Cowboys Raw and Uncut. Cowboys Raw and Uncut.
Here we go! Here we go! Here we go! Yeah!
Cowboys Raw and Uncut.
Be good.
Cowboys Raw and Uncut. Cowboys Raw and Uncut.
Okay, right after Christmas, man. It's Cowboys Raw and Uncut. Crew back in the building. Coming off of back-to-back losses. Just took one to Miami down to the wire, 22-20. OG, I remember you saying a few episodes ago, man, you wanted to see where we would be after these two games. You've now seen them.
And it's not pretty.
What's it? Got a gold toilet that he's drinking.
It's not pretty.
Hold on,
and I'm
span the camera to this gold toilet.
I'm drinking out of the gold toilet. And reason being because my Cowboys shit on my hopes, shit on my dreams this week, and I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm sick and tired, man, of not winning fucking meaningful games, not winning games that matter. I'm sick and tired, man. I'm tired of it.
I'm tired too, but I ain't drinking out of the toilet.
Hey, man.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you. I'm with you.
I'm with him too, man.
And it's sad because, you know, I was listening to Rick and somebody on the chat, and somebody kind of put it on the defense somewhat for the loss. And I'm like, no, man, I'm not going to put this on the defense. But then I thought, you know, a little bit after, I got to really thinking. And I said, man, these dudes can't stop a power I formation, a jumbo formation. They cannot stop the run up the gut. We're struggling. We can't stop the run. And that's just what it is. We can't stop the run, running right at us.
Busy playing small ball, man.
It's sickening.
Small ball, you know, a situational playoff football gonna get you ran down off the field.
And that's what playoff football is. Smash mouth.
I'm the one that said it was on the defense because the offense got you down there and got you the lead, and all you needed was one stop.
Yeah.
And I hate to put it on the defense because they played a solid game. You had a high-powered offense to a bunch of field goals.
Yeah.
So I hate to put.
They still got to wear a shoe.
I still hate to put it on you like that, but at the end of the game, the offense got the lead, and all you got to do is get one stop. I need just one stop. You done did it before, so it's not like it's new territory. I needed that one stop. I needed that one stop.
And you had a break. I mean, we drove down, got a score. You had a break.
Yeah, Dak.
Same way I feel about it during the Seahawks game. I got to keep that same energy because when we played the Seahawks, the offense made a play and then defense came up and made plays. They were able to seal the game no matter what. It's not about how you start, it's how you finish. The offense was shit for 3 quarters, and they gave us the drive that we needed to put us where we needed to be.
2.5 in first quarter, offense side.
Yeah, we had 2 drives. We had 2 drives in each quarter. Each half. So that even outside of the one drive that we scored on, you had the fumble. You had more bad than you had good. So now I'm actually concerned because not of our offense, but because of our defense right now.
Last week we was in here. The question was, "Are you concerned?"
Now I am.
And I said yes, and you said why?
I said I needed more evidence, and I got more evidence now. Okay. So now with seeing this defense get their ass handed to them 2 weeks in a row on feet, it really it is concerning, man. So yeah, like I've never seen a team that's.
So do you think the defense really got their ass handed to them?
Yeah, because it's all about the last drive. It's all about those last 2 possessions. Okay, that's what it's about. Because one team was able to win the game, and one side of the ball was able to win the game, and another side of the ball lost the game for us. Like giving up to all the way up to that point both sides of the ball had to make a play in order to put us where we needed to be. The offense made the play when it had to be done. So regardless what led up to that, that moment mattered. And I said the same thing against Seattle. And I said the same thing against the Chargers.
See,
those are things that I have to keep that same energy there. When the offense won the games, I gave the offense the credit because Dak was making plays to put us ahead, and then I had to take back my statement of not trusting him in late game situations. And again, he proved he could be trusted in late game situations, and I'm okay with that. The defense, though, I'm not okay with because the face mask penalty, and that was a killer, and then you continuously let them run the ball when you know you see the formation, you know what's coming, and you allow them for an 8-yard gain towards the end of the game.
That's the only thing. See, I don't really put it like you said, on the defensive side, but it wasn't like they were really mixing it up, throwing, passing. They were just running the ball right down our throat, and we knew they were going to run the ball, and we still couldn't stop.
But check 1, 2. It's the first time, we was talking about it like the previous road losses. This is the first time where our total rushing yards was under 100. We held them to only 91 for the team.
You know it's nuts.
So, but we're on here saying they're just running it down our throats.
I don't think they ran it down our throat, but it is situational.
Yeah,
that's all.
It was like they knew going down the stretch of the second half. Okay, we go down. We're gonna play regular football, and then they're not gonna adjust because they're too arrogant to do so, and that's what happened. We didn't throw no bigger linebackers in there to help cover. We kept running these safeties down in there. You stopped putting Parsons over in the middle, and he definitely in the first half of the game was making impact plays. Roaming.
Yeah. Well, your safeties.
He's making stops in the backfield on A-Chan and everything. Like
when your safeties are your leading tacklers, that's trouble.
Well, they in the box.
But they get into a second level a lot. They were able to get to a second level a lot, and when we needed, we've been doing a poor job of tackling here lately. A bunch of shoulder tackling, missed arm tackles, bad angles to where when you take that bad angle, that affects your teammate on this side. So players are able to break tackles and keep moving and get extra yaks, man. And that's just been a killer to us. It just been a killer.
It goes back to what I was thinking last week. Coaching, offensive, McCarthy and Dan Quinn.
Got out coach both of them.
Come on, man.
Both of them.
And what are the linebackers coach doing?
Yeah.
What's up with your rotation? What is going on?
We've seen Wanye Thomas making plays again.
He's a better. He can cover.
No Rashad Evans.
No Rashad Evans. The clog to the middle. Get down in gaps. 200-pound line safeties don't want to do that. They don't really want to do that all the time. And running backs ain't tripping on them coming down in the holes for real because it ain't 250.
Right.
I think Dan Quinn was so scared of their passing game that he wasn't putting nothing in for the run. And I was thinking he would rather them run it and gash than to go over top of our heads. And I think that's the way we played.
Trying to eliminate the explosive plays.
And that first play that they missed.
To Cheetah.
Really, even though they missed it, I think that scared the shit out of Dan Quinn. And that rattled them. And
they was getting behind us a lot. They was getting behind us a lot, too.
Waddle got behind us. Waddle got behind us the next time.
We knew they was going to get behind us. They exploited Gilly's speed on a few plays.
They ran past Bland and Bland had already turned around at this moment. I seen a couple plays that he had already turned his hips and was in stride for stride, and they were able to get past him, dog. So,
But even with all that, we had our own with that. That wasn't a.
They were talking about this like they went nuts on us.
Yeah, even without we had our.
No, they had 5 field goals.
They did. They looked like we did in the beginning of the season. They went. They drove down the field each time and was kicking field goals on us. They red zone.
Multiple 50-yarders. They had multiple 50-yarders.
They did what we used to. My problem is we played the bend don't break defense this game, and we bent all the way down the field and let them kick field goals. And then
back on all this, get this money, he got to be the one that you got to cover for that. Like you got to get up here and make sure it's all.
it's not a but.
On defense,
He wasn't.
make
He
a
was not.
stop.
Dak was not put in a position to do nothing.
Make a stop.
Defense
You're up
makes
Coach-
a play,
22.
offense got to
Coach got to do some. Coach got to take a lot of
Yeah,
his
at least get in
responsibility.
field goal
If CD is eating that first quarter,
right.
how do he go? Where's Waldo for the second and third? There's no. That's on the coach. Even if Dak was doing that, you pull him to the side and you run plays specifically for him.
Right.
And you didn't. How did he go missing?
Check.
That was crazy.
Check
Why do
1
you
2.
continuously leave Udoga on at left tackle, knowing you just drafted one that's having an All-Pro year, and he keeps leaving him at guard? Why wouldn't you put him out at tackle?
Why?
He flourished his rookie year on tackle. Why not put him over there? That's what
Now-
he's there for. He's
now-
really the backup.
Man,
Now-
and why all these crucial games, Big Smith,
throw
you
Udoga
keep
in
coming
the goal.
out, man. You keep missing.
But check this out, man. It's
he getting
it's
up there in his body. You know, it's a toll on him.
but it's one
It's
thing.
overdue going to get his back up when we got it, but we ain't utilizing
It's one thing when us as fans speak on this stuff because hey, they ain't played the game, they don't know what they're talking about, woo da da whatever it is. But it's another thing when your star receiver says this quote, CD Lamb, they weren't doing anything. I feel like if I'm gonna be involved, keep me involved. Lamb said. It was weird that second and third quarter. Very weird. Started off the game hot. I went absent. That's why it was weird. This is coming from CD Lamb.
And look at the productivity you got during that absence time. It ain't like we was moving the ball and doing some other things and it wasn't necessary. You punting, you going 3 and out easy backwards. You going, man. It was the words of CD. Couldn't have said it better. That was weird. That was weird.
politicking with that money, man.
But you know as well is that the word "weird" sums up his team right now, because I've never seen a football. Well, I have seen a football team, a couple of ours, that find ways to lose differently but the same. Because we find a new way to lose every time we play, and why is it that you can? It's like you pull up your GPS and you're trying to route somewhere. Every route, yes, they're gonna give you 4 different routes, but they're all 20 minutes. You know what I mean? You got 4 different routes that you can go to get to the same place. That's the weird losses that we have. We've taken multiple different ways to lose the same way, penalties. But let's make a penalty at a different time in this game that pushes a drive back. Or drop passes. Instead of dropping them in the first or fumbling in the first half, we're going to fumble late in games. You know what I mean? Or, okay, we're not going to allow a 100-yard rusher, but we allow a 100-yard receiver, and he beats us at the big moments. You know, we just find a new way to lose every time to where it's still the same loss. You know what I'm saying? It's so different, man. It's just like, wearing the same outfit, just changing up tops and bottoms. You know what I mean? Each time.
Just make a stop. Make a play when you gotta make a play.
And then the
This
offense
comes down.
defense make a play, and the offense don't make a play.
Well, this week defense, make a stop.
Who on the defense?
It's been a defense it's been defense more than we think it is.
I don't care. Somebody make a stop.
You gotta have an alpha.
I mean,
You gotta get the right personnel on the field first.
Sometimes on offense, just make a play when you gotta have one. Whether it's the offense, whether it's the defense.
Well, guess what?
Make a
The
play.
offense made plays to get us the lead, and it was the defense's turn to do the same.
Make a play. Get a stop.
Defense got to take it.
Dak had his moment, drove down the field, got us the score. We needed the momentum.
time throw.
Yeah, big time throw, big time catch.
Big time
Shout out to
catch,
the
big
cookie.
time throw
But
on
again,
Ramsey. That
but
was
Yeah.
even
huge.
what
Yeah.
they said, how about the play before that? That just tells you McCarthy can be on bullshit, because the play before that, we're on the 1. We turned
that
around.
was-
we
Yeah,
turned around and
yeah,
run a play
yeah,
action.
yeah.
We turned around and a play action bootleg.
That was a
and then
dumb. That
rolling
was
out
dumb.
on the 1.
Dumb.
Don't get out here and don't run Kellen Moore off it and come out and do
Do
the same shit.
You got the ball on the goal line and you turn and go backwards and bootleg instead of going forward.
Don't do it.
That was weak.
And you know, I've sat up here and talked about the tush push and how I don't like it, but fuck, I'll do it in this. Like, hey man, if everybody
We
else
don't know how to do it.
Keep going.
Play
Man,
football. Get
go
out of your
forward.
head and hand the ball off back to your fullback.
Or just go forward, Dak. Move forward. You on the one. It shouldn't be no turnaround. Tony
Stay
Pollard.
out of your head.
You know, it's a lot of plays
Give
that
it
summed
down
up.
to somebody. You gotta keep it's playoff time. Everybody, you throwing people in because you're trying to unleash some wrinkles in your offense.
Right.
So you throwing new people in here and there. So therefore, you gotta stay with it.
Nah, I don't agree with that.
Just make a play.
Do what you do and do it well. Roll out down there is not it. Get down there, get power, get your hogs down there.
Yeah.
Either quarterback
Power
sneak,
football,
quarterback sneak
man.
been in.
Overcomplicating the
You
game.
You
all
overcomplicating the game.
have y'all in power football.
Power
man.
football.
But you know, but it's wild.
I'm not mad at Hunter Lukley for the fumble. I don't blame him. I don't blame Dak. It was a bad exchange. That happens. We could have quarterback sneaked that in. If you want to be totally honest, we should have never been in that situation. Pollard, you should have ran to the outside like you should have used your speed, what you supposedly have, and get that touchdown, man. Or if not, if you're gonna go in big, go in big.
Right, that's right.
That's
That's
the one
right.
thing I believe that play has summed up our season because it was soft. You know, either if you're gonna run through him, and
Yeah.
I think even Zeke.
think it was more dumb than soft.
I think it was dumb than soft, but
Why you cutting inside?
you don't put your shoulder down and get
You run
your
into
whole
the
body,
tight
but the
end.
ball stays out here.
Even
Just hit the hole.
Even Zeke though, like you think about what Zeke, even in that situation,
get turned
he's putting his
around,
shoulder
you
down,
run
going
too
through
high.
it.
He's
You know
going
what I
through
mean?
it.
He's putting his foot in the ground. Tony didn't put his foot in the ground.
Right,
He kinda
that's
leaned.
what I'm saying.
He
You
didn't put
gotta
his foot
hit
in.
that
Put
shit.
your shoulder through him, man. You know what I mean?
He get turned around
He James
and
Quickness.
He turned around.
He
said
James
you
Quickness.
running too high, bro.
He James Quickness for you U of L fans, man. If you watching, man, you understand what we mean.
And then I
You gotta put that shoulder
even
down,
seen
go through it.
Rico tippy toeing a little bit too, man. I don't know
a
where.
lot, man.
Huh?
That's
Yeah, I'm like, why is he doing that now?
Yeah.
Cause he was,
trying to make big
yeah,
plays instead of just hitting.
yeah. Gotta hit the
cute.
hole, man. Let's
Trying to
just
get
hit
it
the
all
hole,
in
man.
one
We just
bite.
need 2 yards.
We don't look like we don't.
Just make a play.
This offense looks stale. This offense looks stale. It looks uninspired.
Don't look
We've
like
used,
that when you
we
ain't got no
use,
linemen, right?
yeah, but we've used uninspired a lot. You ain't seen that fire.
4
Dak
sacks.
last
on my
two games.
hopes.
4 sacks allowed.
You haven't
on my
seen Dak.
dreams.
You haven't seen that fire Dak last 2 games, man. You haven't seen no fire out of Dak or anybody.
Shit, they getting to him.
Tank had
Pressure.
some fire yesterday. Tank had some fire about himself
Tank
yesterday.
Tank's
You know what I mean?
ballin',
Like Tank's been eating, man. Shout out to you, bro. Like
Tank ball.
Tank
Shout
been
out,
ballin',
shout
bro.
out, Tank. He's
Shout out
been
to Tank,
balling.
man. He been
Tank
playing
ball.
his ass off the last 7, 8 games. He been coming through, man, doing his thing, man. So I seen him with some fire, but I just don't see. Dak was flexing 3 weeks ago. You know what I mean? I don't see that flex no more. It's gone. That confidence isn't there. That bravado that we.
I don't think he got the
is
confidence
gone.
he had the confidence in the
gone.
line yesterday. He was,
Last 2 weeks.
but at the same time,
Look at it.
your little scramble ain't even legit.
That's because they game planning for that. They trying to keep him in the pocket.
He's not getting the ball out of his hands fast. The 3-step drop is gone.
But he
It's gone.
ran
He's
for like
holding it a lot,
25
man.
yards
Is there no
yesterday.
receiver? Is there no
Mostly
some-
on one
for the-
big play.
Yeah.
The last 2 games we've been complaining about him holding the ball too long. Last 2 games before it was Texas Coast offense. We haven't seen that. He's been dropping back 5,
For some-
you know, or trying to hold the ball until the rush gets there.
For
His
some-
receivers not getting any
For
separation.
some reason, I didn't see that. I don't think he was getting a lot of time. I think they got in and hurried
Yeah,
quick and often.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. But they wasn't in there behind every play.
No,
But
no.
And the plays that they wasn't,
no.
he was getting it. He was not.
He was shuffling.
He's been
I think,
shuffling
but it
for the
was.
last
I
2
think it
weeks.
was in his head though.
He's
I
been
think
shuffling for the last
I think
2
it was
weeks.
in his head, man. When that left tackle, when your left side is
Yes,
the
for sure.
turn gate.
For sure.
It's spinning in your head, man. And-
For
and-
sure.
Even though Tyler did all right, man, but we need Tyron back in there, man, for sure.
For sure.
Edoga played all
And
that
drink
game.
some milk, man.
Douglas was terrible.
Get back.
He's stupid, bro.
Man, and it wasn't even talent. It was IQ shit.
Yeah, like,
slide, move, get. What do you? How do you turn? How do you see Chubb rush and look at him, act
Then
like
go
you
the
ready to
other
block,
way. How
and
much
then
they
go the
give
other
you?
way? Come on,
You
man.
see
That's I
your-
said the
you
same
see
thing.
your-
Right?
Yeah, you see your two guys to the right of you. There's nobody else.
It's nobody else.
Slide.
He let him
Slide to the
slide
left.
through. He let him go through
Yeah,
multiple
he
times.
said, oh,
You see, yeah, he
Tay
turned
Tay
around.
said, "Do this."
Yeah.
Hey, dog, that was one
come
time you
on,
let him
man.
come off an edge, bro.
Yeah,
Went to
we're
help
getting
somebody
paid.
who's
That's what I'm
already
talking
helped.
about. That's the-
Yeah, that
yeah.
same play, dog, let him go
You
straight
want to
through,
double
bro.
team somebody? He's wide
He's
open.
wide open. He got
That's why you got to
to
prevent them low level people ain't get paid like it and they ain't getting money. You got to put them in guard. You can't put them because see they'll take a little tip and be out there fooling around on the team. Get him in there at guard and you force him to bump into somebody to get in the way. That's all we need, man. Utilize your first round pick.
But you know, go
put
ahead.
him
I'm
in
sorry.
tackle, man. So
You know, I
can run this
thought
thing
about
smooth.
something, man. I think after the Arizona game, we talked in the studio, and we had asked each other if we thought we should go after somebody on the D line. Y'all remember that?
I remember Steve
spoke-
talked about Sue not so long
we
ago.
spoke about that.
Yeah.
Still gonna get him off the couch.
I was just thinking how ironic that is that seems to be the Achilles of what's biting us all the time. Just
That's been the issue for the last few years.
Yeah, interior lineman.
That ain't just this season. That's the last few years.
Since Hankins went down, you seen the difference in the middle of that line. He
I'm
been gone for 2 weeks.
saying they was doing that with him in there.
With him in there. With him in
It
there.
was more so outside.
Yeah, it was outside. They were going
Hey,
they were rushing us on the
hey.
edge a lot of times.
They
bro.
just got
Hey.
to up a little bit.
I mean, hey. We're talking about the road, quality road losses. Losing, Big Hank was out the majority
Getting
of
some of
those
that.
games.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was
getting that.
some of that.
Yes, sir.
Y'all
he's
mentioned-
he's flashed. He's flashed and had some good games, but it's been some games out there. He's getting gashed with us.
Yeah.
it's funny.
He's getting some of that. He's getting that
We
work
mentioned
too.
the Arizona game. I low key said
tell
that's
you,
the
it's on
worst.
the edge,
That's the
the
worst
edge
one
more so,
of the year.
middle of
Even
the
with
back,
San Francisco, even with the other big loss. Who we played
Buffalo.
last week? Buffalo. The Arizona was the worst one because. Well, see, for me, that's the one that you were supposed to win. I mean, we were dogs in Miami. We were dogs in Buffalo. We were dogs in Philly, and we were dogs in San Francisco. This was the game that we were a favorite at, and that is the one game because we know those were our.
She
those
seen
winning
them
teams that we played.
22s. We on 22.
Yeah, but you know, it's like those losses, bro, to those good teams are what they are. Okay, we haven't beaten nobody on the road, but the Arizona loss is coming back to haunt us so bad because that was a totally winnable game. You know, the
agree,
other ones we
but-
just got our ass whooped. That was a total winnable game, dog.
We was missing three
Oh,
three
it don't
linemen.
matter.
That's huge.
We still
I don't
shouldn't
care
let
who.
them- we
If
still
we
shouldn't
come
let them
against Washington, we got three out. You look at how our
Washington's
offensive
better than
line.
Arizona.
Look at how our offensive line looked with one lineman
It
missing.
was Josh Dobbs.
And you don't
Remember
think
that?
you don't
Look at how our offensive line looked with one missing. Now put two other missing.
and you don't think
That's
220 something yards
That's what they did on
is
them,
getting
too.
your ass kicked?
They got it, but it was 16. It was 8. It was a 28-16 in that game.
I'm just saying, you don't
2016.
think allowing 200 something yards on the ground is getting your ass kicked?
That is getting your ass kicked, but it's not a 30-point loss. It's not a 30-point loss, and then
Still two
It,
score
it,
games,
It's a
I
two-score
mean, it
game.
doesn't
We
have to
threw
be
a
a
pick.
30-point loss to
It
get
wasn't
your
a pick
ass
at the end
kicked.
of the
It can be 15 to nothing, but you know that zero got their ass
you
kicked.
can
It
get
don't
your
have
ass
to
kicked.
be a
You can get your ass
30-point
kicked
game
for
to get
3
your
to
ass
nothing.
kicked.
You can
Yeah.
get your ass kicked for 3 to nothing if they run down your throat, but they don't. You know what I mean? Like you can still build up yardage on the ground and don't blow nobody out.
just
You know
saying,
that can happen.
I
That
think
Arizona loss was a winnable game, and that's the one.
We went
right
to
now.
Buffalo with our chest poked out, with all our weapons, with everybody playing,
Got our ass whooped.
and got our ass.
And-
So that's why I look at that one. We was on a high. We was expecting them to do something. Everybody was expecting us to do something. We was on the. We just beat a ranked team. We didn't beat a top winning team. Now we gonna beat a top winning team on the road. We the boys. We the boys. You told us that week leading up. You told us we the best team. Who's hotter than
But
us?
thank
We
you.
the best
I agree.
team.
But
That's
thank
what-
you
for- I
so
agree.
we going into that as tough, and Even with the dogs,
and that's a good team.
But thank you for
we knew.
and we
Thank
got
you for
swept.
thank you for bringing it up because it's not the 31 points or whatever they scored on us that determined it. You know, you said they kicked the ass. No, it's one man with 179 and they just running down our throat. That's an ass kicking, not the 31 points. The physicality of getting beat. And when a person is physically overrunning you, that's getting your ass kicked.
I do agree with that totally. I do agree with that all the way though. But going
We
into
got
that game,
Spence.
you had said
We
all
got
of us
Earl
agreed that the
Spence.
Buffalo game was going to be the game out of the ones that we played. That was the one that we worried about, no matter of their record. We had all said that
I was
that
worried
game was
about
going to be
both
the
of those
test.
road games.
We didn't go into Arizona saying that was going to be the test.
So
we still with those linemen out.
no one
we still
expected
thought that we
us.
would win.
Nobody expected to get manhandled when we played
A
Buffalo.
loss is a loss. A
Yeah,
loss is a loss in this
nah,
case. When it's
nah,
past,
nah.
when it's over, a loss is a loss, bro. Because that one loss puts us at 11-4 right. 11-4 right now.
Some losses
Instead
change
of-
your mentality for the next week.
Maybe that
Yeah.
took a little something
some
from us. 'cause
losses
we
take your
just-
manhood and make you think about some shit the next week.
You think Arizona didn't?
Yeah.
You think Arizona didn't?
No, I don't think
Because-
Arizona did.
because-
I think in our mind we had a fallback excuse. We ain't got 3 linemen out. We adjusting. This is our road game. We ain't got this.
And
I think we had
yeah,
excuses to hang
yeah,
our head on
yeah.
to say why. But you ain't got none of that against Buffalo.
And it was
It
early.
wasn't. You
and
can't say it was cold. You
and it
can't
was
say it was
earlier in the
snowy.
year.
You wasn't missing
And it
nobody.
was earlier in the year. You can get away with that as well.
You were on a 5-game win streak. Let's go, man to man, mano to mano, man to man, and you got beat down. You didn't just lose. You got beat down. That's in our mental. That's in our
Our
mental.
defense, low key, our defense has been giving up points for a long time. Our offense just has been there to save it. We gave up 35 against the Seahawks, right? Then we won 35 against them. Our defense ain't.
Correct.
Yes, they did make a play at the end of the
Chunk
game.
plays. If we don't
Man,
get
our defense-
takeaways,
our defense,
if we
our
don't
offense-
get
If we don't get
takeaways,
takeaways, our
I'm
defense,
telling you,
low key,
man.
has been giving up a lot of yards regardless. And I said this.
If
against
we
Seattle.
don't
I
get
accept nothing.
takeaways,
I don't accept nothing.
even when we get takeaways, them is normally chunk plays that we so happen to take the ball away. You know,
we gotta have it. We gotta have it. But
Man,
you don't
we
accept
did
nothing in the
big
win, and you don't accept
takeaways.
in the
We've been
loss.
leading the league in takeaways the last few years, so
Yeah.
we know that's what we do.
And then we have the trouble.
But
And
when
that's
we
yeah,
don't do it.
but
That's
when
the
we
problem.
don't do
That's
it,
not the
what
result.
are
When
we?
we don't do it.
What are
That's
we?
when the offense got to pick us up.
Yeah,
That's
They
where all the
did.
money
They
at,
did.
too.
They gave us the lead. They gave us the lead
Yeah,
against
but
Miami.
It's other shit though. Like we ain't talking about these penalties that we leading the league in.
Okay.
It's killing us down these stretches.
Offensive and defense.
It's killing us.
Okay,
offensive
so
and defensive
so when
drives.
we talk about penalties, when we talk about those, this is something that put us out of the playoffs a few years ago, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now when we do talk about penalties, who drew the penalties? Was it on the offense or defense?
On both sides.
So if it's on both sides, whatever sides that's causing that drew a penalty, it goes towards the defense. That's a part of your defense too. It can't just be we had penalties. That's a mentally tough thing. Know what I'm saying? We got to be mentally tough in the playoffs because it comes down to the intangibles and the shit you don't see.
You can't be mentally tough about when you questionable about how you come in the war.
Correct. You're not mentally tough if you're
know you
sitting here
wanna run it,
thinking
but
that your
you ain't
captain
sure.
that you're mentally tough with might not be there. Your coach, who is supposed to be mentally tough, is getting out coached in back-to-back weeks.
Yeah, 'cause
On
he's
both sides of the ball.
He ain't dropping
On
his
both
nuts
sides
on
of the
his
ball.
road, man. They playing
Both
real
sides.
conservative on these road
Yeah,
games, man.
yeah.
And that's both sides. Y'all not
As
adjusting.
we said earlier,
Y'all not playing fast.
on offense was real weird. On defense was a little disheartening.
Yeah, and I mean in this game we only had like 6 for 38 yards.
6 what penalties?
Yeah.
Yeah, the penalties wasn't. Yeah,
Situational.
Yeah, I know it's situational.
And with that, let me get the narrative for America out because everybody, I know you seeing it. Parsons is bringing light to the issue about the refs not calling them. As I told Terry many weeks ago,
And me.
we ain't getting them calls. I said this is well over a month ago. We don't get them calls. We haven't been getting them calls. It's a messed up situation, but as he said, that comes with being with the star on your head. Yeah. You can't let that get to you. You got to keep playing, and we got to keep going. I don't know what the beef is, the vendetta is against us, but it is what it is, man.
Man, look,
Let's talk
check, man.
about it.
Check, man. Look, Micah, bro. Do me a favor, dog. Act, dog. Everybody else, you watch Philly played against us. What was their linemen doing? Throwing their hands up, spinning around in circles, falling on the ground, yelling. Bro, I get it.
He didn't
you
do
don't
that
want to flop nine.
He's doing. He's throwing his
hands up.
Yeah,
he's throwing his hands up, bro. He's not flop. Look, bro, it's time to flop. Everybody else flopping. You flop too. I have no trouble with this point. Man, you the same way I watch Fletcher Cox do it multiple times. You throw your hands in the air and spin around in two circles.
Waving around like you just don't care.
He said spin around in two circles.
Bro, they turning their head, bro.
You spin around in one,
bro. They turning your head. You can turn around 8 times. If I turn my head, I ain't seen none of them. I don't know none of that, bro. Yeah, I don't know what you did.
What is he doing right there? He's on the cross.
But even with that, dog,
he's on the cross.
He's on the cross, bro.
He's doing like this on the cross.
But what you need to do is fall. When they do that, you fall, you yell, bro, kick and scream. I'm doing whatever I can do to get the refs.
But he done failed before on other ones. You're not getting them calls, bro.
Michael plays through him a lot.
If they was gonna call the call, they would call the call. They're not gonna call it. With you falling, with you flopping, with you failing, they're not calling it, bro.
Let's get back in why, man. Let's get back into the why. Since this Cowboys Raw and Uncut, right?
Uncutting.
We talking shit that ain't nobody talking about, right? All right, man. What kind of owner do we have as a Cowboys? He's a businessman, right? He likes to be a trendsetter. He likes to break in the doors. He likes to do all this and that, right?
Money.
Along that way, when you trying to change old money, them old money players don't like it. New money thoughts, man, they don't like it, man. So you going here, you disagreeing with the majority, and you gaining people to be on your side. And you start having more power than but the majority like for you to have. And you sue Roger Goodell. Remember he sued Roger Goodell?
Yeah.
He went back like 90-something. He sued the NFL. For like $700 million, right? He was the owner out there in the forefront of legalizing marijuana. Cut down the fines on that. It's taking money from the league. Mm-hmm. He brought Nike, he you know what I'm saying, aggressively to the league. They wasn't with that at first. I think, man.
Conspiracy shit,
man. We here, man. We talking about it.
There's only
what's going on. We don't have no answer to it, but
there's only a couple of owners in the league.
This is crazy.
You gonna say the Rooneys, you gonna say Kraft, and you gonna say Jones. Those are 3 names in the NFL as far as owners go.
And Davis.
And 2 of them's in the Billionaire Boys Club. I'm not familiar with Rooney like I am with Kraft and Jones because they want it the same. You know what I mean? They're real freak motherfuckers. And you know what I mean? They got a lot of money. They got a lot of money, and they're gonna do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? So Jerry's always been. This is the only team in the NFL that owns their own rights. You know what I mean? All the money stays in house. You know, you innovated the NFL by building a stadium that you built. Now you see all our sons running around with Atlanta. You know, you see Minnesota. You see all these other stadiums. You know, Vegas. All of these got the same layout that we had. Our shit's 12 years old at this point. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And you still see them popping up. They're trying to do it better, but you know who that originator is, man. The league don't like Jerry, but Jerry know it. That's why you keep putting the middle finger up every time. You know, I keep doing it too, but you gotta know what comes along with it.
Referees, on the behalf of the Cowboys, I'm sorry.
Plus he's
we sorry, man. We sorry. Just give us a fair shake. I don't ask for no favors. I don't ask. Just give us a fair shake, man.
I already get fined, man.
Yeah, give us a fair shake, man. Hey, find that. He got the money. Don't find me.
To it then. If it ain't nothing wrong, y'all just doing your job and make it make sense.
We sorry.
We can't leave this out here, man. We can't blame it on. We can't make it seem like it's the refs, dog.
No, we're not.
That's what I'm saying.
This is Uncut. Definitely not gonna say it's the refs. But you can't say one of the premier pass rushers ain't got a holding call against him in 32 quarters. Come on, it's something. It's something. I'm not saying this. We lost. We most definitely did not lose because of the refs.
And I've watched several.
Yeah, make it clear. Make that clear.
100%. We did not lose because of the refs. It's player accountability and coaching is the reason we lost.
Absolutely.
But you got to tell me, how is the premier pass rusher in the league that I had a holding call against him in 32 quarters?
And if you watch football, and if you actually watch the Dallas Cowboys or watch a Dallas Cowboy game, you blatantly see him getting held
Multiple
right
times.
in front of your face multiple times.
It happened.
Yeah.
And you
They
see
called holding on us for the same thing. I just see Micah screaming about. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
And as Rick said,
I be
that is
calling them out,
definitely why
too. I be seeing
not why
them,
we
too.
lost the game.
It's
So
definitely not why we
is a
lost.
hacker shot to where you know he can take it, so you might not call it. To where is you calling on another player? Is it the Michael effect to where he's not
because it's the premier.
man,
because
that's-
I see Myles Garrett getting it. I see T.J. Watt getting it. I see other premier pass rushers getting less calls. I mean, less aggressive calls. The where they're not holding as bad and as egregious as you are Parsons. It's just. Yeah, they just don't fuck with you.
Let's face it,
When
man.
they don't fuck with you, they don't fuck with you.
And I was going to say, let's face it, we are one, if not the most hated on team
Yeah,
in the NFL.
But it comes with it. And,
so
and I
what
ain't
I'm
tripping.
what I'm saying
I
though,
ain't tripping, and I don't really.
Really, I'm
outside
saying
of
that is
outside of that Philly
these
game, I don't even
referees are-
think none of the refs that really, to me, made us lose a game.
now, we hadn't lost because of any refs.
Yes,
No.
it's strictly political.
No,
but at the same time, call a spade a spade. Come on, man.
Right.
It's
Yeah, that's true.
No, we hadn't lost
Some
because
shit's bullshit.
any ref at all.
That's true.
We've lost our games because we've
Well, I
lost
guess
our
it's first
games.
word.
Right, yeah,
Period.
absolutely.
Period.
Absolutely. But the foolishness is there.
The foolishness is there, but we the Dallas Cowboys. We're supposed to beat you and the refs and keep going.
Right.
That's my motto.
Absolutely.
I don't care who
Definitely
stands
do
on
that.
it. We're supposed to beat your players, your coach. We're not supposed to get out coached. We're not supposed to get out played. And if we do get out refed, then so be it. We'll celebrate in the locker room. That's the mentality that we used to have that we don't have right now that we need to get back to.
Right.
And it's weak.
Yeah, I agree with you, Slick. Hey, we're coming down the stretch, man. Two games left. We're coming down the stretch. So early on in our preseason picks, we was pretty much around the 12-5 range, and
12 and 5 is unacceptable.
We were.
Ain't that what he said?
And you and you see what 12 and 5 is going to get us. Unacceptable road trip.
yeah. So
And that easy first round against the NFC South ain't looking so easy right now.
So I mean, it seems like the same thing happening to us again coming down the stretch. Last year, I felt the same way. I felt the same way, man.
I felt the same way the year before last.
And the year before last. So
gotta-
are we just expecting to win one and we're out of there?
As of right now, yeah. I mean, the way we're playing, you can't help but to say it. Like, what right?
Sad, bro. I can't.
where we at
I
right
can't
now?
say that.
I mean,
It hurts, man.
I'm
That
really-
hurts.
You
I
remember
realize that,
you remember the preseason, the first kickback edition. Y'all was
Remember
asking
5
me,
weeks
y'all
ago,
was
we said we
saying,
was
man,
gonna
what?
Super Bowl.
So how far you see us going? And I said,
Yeah,
winning one game,
that
man.
ain't really-
And it's crazy. That's what it feels like again, dog.
It does, man. And the way, and when I look at it, I just look
Y'all
at.
counting that one win? Nah,
You ain't counting that one.
No, I'm just.
Shit, it's on the road. Have y'all? We are 3-5 on the road, man. We're 3-5 on the road with no possible way to go over 500 before the year. With the best we can be is 4-5 on the road.
Hey, man.
That's unacceptable.
Hey, man, that's how you
That's
go into.
unacceptable.
So if we were to go in, these next 2 games, we go in and we get hot again. Do you feel better about being on the road? Do you feel like this team is still the same team?
No, because your only road win that you're gonna have is against Washington.
Okay, so we're worried no matter what at this point.
Well, as a player,
We're worried
you
no
gotta
matter what
put
at
it
this
in
point.
your
No matter
head.
what happens, we can come out with 50.
Yes.
We can come out with 50
Yes.
50 in the next 2 games. You gonna
Correct.
say you still worried going into the playoffs?
Correct.
I would
If
too. I would
we
too.
if we come out and we thump Detroit, that's a solid, nice win. But that does not change the narrative
Nope.
that's out there.
Not at all.
The narrative is out there. We cannot shake until the playoffs.
Wise man.
Because even if we beat Washington, the narrative is still out there. The only chance you're gonna have to change that narrative, and it's not even in the first round, because the narrative that won't be enough for the narrative. The narrative is gonna have to be the
gonna
second
round
round, and it's
And you know
not
where you
looking
going.
good.
And you know where you
Because
going.
by that time, if we're talking about it, it's already in the players' minds, and they're talking about it.
Yeah.
And it's already in the coach's mind because he's coaching like it.
And guess
He's
where
coaching
you're. And
timid.
guess where you're going.
Home. What they say? You can put just because you put syrup on shit don't make it pancakes.
That's right. That's right.
Put syrup
So
on shit don't make it pancakes.
so-
at this point.
just hypothetically, we not putting anything out in the universe. It's, so let's just say the same thing happens as the previous 3 years, 2-3 years.
Somebody getting fired.
You know what I'm gonna say? We're going to Super Bowl next year. I'm gonna say next year we're going to Super Bowl. I'll be right back on my bullshit.
I'm gonna be mad.
I'll be right back
I'm
on
be
my
mad
bullshit.
tomorrow.
Okay, we put it on Kellen
Wait till
Moore.
next
We
year.
put it on the penalties
I'll find
first
somebody
year.
else. I'll find somebody else to put it on.
We put it. We said Dak this, Dak that. We can't say it Dak. So where do you go from that point
There's only one more
if
person
that's the scenario that
One
happens?
more person left.
You gotta.
There's only one more guy left that you point
Man,
the
you
finger at.
gotta-
The one thing that ain't changed for the last 25 years.
Coach.
No, that ain't changing. You
I know
gotta look
it
at something else.
ain't
That ain't changing.
But if you've changed everything,
You
down to-
can't even put that on that. That's not gonna happen. That's
Look, I know it's not gonna happen.
you had a
That's the
better
only
chance
part
of
you
seeing a
bring.
This
unicorn
is
when we walk
we
outside.
scheming them new schemes,
New
a
schemes.
new
It's not that
offensive
one
coordinator,
thing, bro.
the whole
That's not gonna change.
like
That's not gonna
The one
change,
thing
bro.
that ain't changed
everything
in the
that
last
they
28 years.
sell us, everything that they sell us in the
Jerry fucking
preseason,
Jones.
we're finding out at the end of the season, it still feels the same way.
Yeah.
Hey,
It
man,
still
we
feels
gotta-
the same way.
We gotta
The
start
exact same.
working on personnel, man.
Head off.
gotta
So the front
Use your
office.
personnel.
We gotta
That's
start-
how you work on it.
So now we're gonna
Well, I mean, I'm just saying.
Even
I'm
with
just
the
saying,
personnel we got to change the mindset, the mentality.
yeah.
we're soft.
But get some dogs in here. Like you gotta
But
start.
if you bring a dog in and you leave him in a little playful
change
house,
dog.
your mean killer is gonna be a playful dog.
No,
You
Yeah.
don't have
Yeah.
I've seen some dogs come in and
That's
turn
some.
right.
They're
and
not in- they're not in-
and
they're not down
terrorize
there.
the whole block. All them other dogs sit over there in the block because he come over there. He gonna bite. You can't eat a bone.
That's
You can't
some.
eat your food. He gonna eat your food out
Parsons
there.
came in
you
like
can't,
that.
You can't even eat his. He gonna eat your food. He gonna eat his food.
Parsons came
And
in like
Parsons
they
came in
gonna
like
they gonna
that.
have
He's
to
not right.
separate you. You
Parsons
ever been
came
them
in and
little
dog
dogs?
like that, and he's not that right
He
now.
got a dog right there.
Mozzie came in like that.
Mozzie
Hey
came.
man.
It's got to come from the top, and our coaching is not. Guess who's a dog? Our defensive back coach.
Yes.
Our defensive backs. Them is that you need that mentality has to come on the others in other departments because until then,
It's coaching. Man.
yeah.
Hey, but
yeah,
but here's the
bro,
thing.
yeah,
Here's the
bro.
thing.
You want to
You-
bring some big dogs
That's
in?
I'm gonna tell you
Who's the
something.
receiving coach?
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something about.
We got dogs. Fergie. We got CD. Y'all. They,
I'm gonna tell you something about dog mentality.
You right.
We talk about Ramsey
bad, bro.
and how Ramsey gets beat. He gambles. You can go after him. But did you all hear what happened? He asked his coach to check CD for the game.
Yeah.
That's a dog.
Yeah.
They ain't got Brandon Cooks.
We need. but hey, my point is, I need that mentality. I need somebody on my team that wants to check the best
You got
man.
that. Gilly.
That wants to
What do you
get
mean?
in.
So you saying Gilly ain't did that? Ain't that the same thing? He
Gilly did that.
from DK Metcalf when Bland's getting tortured. Watch out, man. Let me get him. Who was after that? Stephon. He
But
went to
they
either
still-
yesterday on Tyreek,
but-
even
but
though he know his
they
speed ain't
still-
where it used to be to check the
Right.
attack. He still stepped up there and was
he
trying to do
behind
it.
it and
You
he scored.
Gilly.
They just on both sides. I've seen wide receivers. They're not following anybody, man. They're not. I don't hear them asking to check somebody.
Gilly
for the
went
whole
into the
game.
locker room
I
and
know
said,
they
"Put me
can.
on
Okay,
Metcalf."
Okay.
He's-
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Bland is
okay.
struggling. Put me on
Okay.
him.
Okay.
yeah, Gilly.
My-
Yeah, Gilly
yeah, I
did
like
do
that.
it.
He
Yeah, I like that.
non-existent the last 3 or 4 weeks. Ever since he got this, since he broke that record, man. I don't even say non-existent, but at the same time, he ain't been making no impacts.
He ain't been getting
He ain't
killed.
been- he
I
ain't
was
been
just gonna
getting
say
killed.
he ain't been getting the interceptions, but he's been playing solid. He ain't been getting burnt. He ain't getting
making
towed
good
up like that.
Since the DK game.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
No, he's played well.
He's been playing well. He's not getting the interceptions,
Right.
and that's
But he's played well.
hurtful to say. That's what we need though. That's when we play. That's cowboy ball right now.
Yeah.
We got to get
Our
turnovers.
Our dog on defense is sidelined with an ACL. So the fire that he brings is contagious for that. Same way it was with Bland when he was on that run.
Bro, I don't think
that bravado. In your corner, I think that corner's gonna make a big difference with that second.
Yeah, it will. It definitely will.
It will.
It's gonna be beautiful. But but the dog, no.
Yeah, I ain't.
D-Law's a dog. He's the dog.
Yeah, but what's that do for the line though? Even if he's in there, dog.
It's all
what's
about
that?
putting your personnel on the field. It just starts at the top, bro. Like,
We need to make a play when we need to make a play.
We need to make a play. I said that in the
You gotta
text.
put your personnel on that field, bro.
When they asked
It's crazy.
whose fault we lost,
and you don't use it.
I hate to say it, but it was the defense. You got to make that stop.
Gotta make a play, man.
got to make. You've done it before. You got to make that stop. I know y'all had a solid game. I know y'all did good. Y'all held the high scoring offense to 5 field, but you got to make that stop.
It could have been 3.
And it ain't even that
and they got a break.
they
Gotta
came
make that
down
stop, man.
and they was running when we knew they was gonna run it, and yeah, that was.
But you know what's so bad is that even if Hunter
Right,
Lukey,
man. You gotta
even if
make
Hunter
that
Lukey scores in that situation, that puts if they had that still what gives them a chance to either tie or go into the end zone, right? So it gives us 7. We lost by what? How much we lose by? We lost by
2.
2.
We lost by 2. So we'd have been up by 5. So in this case, a score still would have tied the game, even if we score in that case. I still don't feel good about the defense with a 7-point lead in that same situation. I believe the same way they marched.
I'd rather have that cushion.
We wouldn't with that cushion. They still would have scored on us. The
Well,
way that
I'd
our
rather
defense is
have
playing.
overtime.
But it's still it's a little bit more
under.
pressure to get a touchdown over a field goal.
No, I'm saying at the end of the game with that touchdown
From the first quarter that we
with
missed?
that touchdown. That we
Yeah,
missed.
we was chasing that.
They would have
chasing
had,
points. I ain't chasing.
man. No, I'm saying that even with that, our with a cushion, our defense still would have let us down.
But at least you get a shot at overtime if it's 7.
And there's a little bit more pressure in their mindset when they're going for a touchdown as opposed to a field goal.
The way they was able to move that ball in that situation, they had no red zone with no trouble.
But we've been
They got
holding them to field goals like you said though.
Man, but they got when they needed to get in that red zone at the end of the game, they were in the red zone able to kick a 20-yard field goal to win the game.
Zone coverage.
A field goal.
Yeah, see that's what.
I'm saying they could have. If we would have had a touchdown lead from the first quarter, some of them field goals that it went for. Some of them field goals that it was just. It's too much. Gameplay in between the first quarter
You gave them extra points too.
So
you gave them extra points at that time.
But you said something. Let me check. We talking about Hunter, Lukey, and that fumble. That wasn't a play from Hunter that disappointed me. Hunter missed a key block on the blitz.
Missed a key
that
block.
could have really
block.
fucked some shit up. That it had me concerned. I need you. I know you're a rookie. I know you got to get your stuff together, but you can't miss blocks. That's
you know what?
That's
And
utilizing early in the year.
So he had the experience.
Rookie in the end of the
But
season.
I thought about when
Putting him in big game situations. He ain't had time to really unfold.
Okay.
Right.
Same thing with Scooney.
Well,
Plus he
Scooney's
was-
getting more reps at the end of the year now.
Because I saw
Plus
that
he was
happen.
looking winded.
Yeah, I saw that happen, and I thought, maybe that's why Hunter's not getting the playing time we thought he was.
When he missed that block.
When he missed that block.
That
I
was
said
a huge
maybe
miss.
that, you know.
Yeah. Whenever I see players miss blocks on wide open defenders,
It's concerning.
that's concerning to me because that can lead to your quarterback being injured, receiver. So that's something that you got to work on. And it's like Steve said, if you would have played him earlier in the year, he'd have that experience to know when to pick them up and whatnot, and wouldn't be green 15, 16 weeks into the season.
I agree with that.
What we told us was, we talk about how good TP is, or what we thought TP was going to be. That's where Zeke always came in at. Regardless of him being able to run the ball, his blitz, his picking up blitz was impeccable.
We said that.
We missed him all season for that, man.
Preseason. That was
Now Tony did all right on the
the
blitz. He was picking up on the blitz though.
He's gotten better. He's gotten better towards the end.
He's
of the
not
season.
Zeke, but I mean,
He's not
it wasn't
Zeke.
like we
Rico's
totally missed
Rico
that.
whiffed more than a little bit too.
Tony can make Tony knows how to read and make the block. The only problem is he's a little smaller.
He's not as
sometimes
big as Zeke.
he gets trucked over.
Yeah.
So
So
he's not as big
I'm
as
not
Zeke.
mad
So
at his blocking.
Yeah. Yeah.
IQ right
Yep,
now. It's
yep.
just and that's why when
right.
Hunter was right there,
Right.
he's big. You ain't gonna run him over
That's
like
right,
that. But at
that's
the same
right.
He just
time,
missed.
his mentality ain't right there because he could be green,
Right.
and getting blown up.
And he
I would
missed.
move Zeke to fullback if he wants to stay in Dallas. Moving him fullback with him, man. Moving him fullback, man. Bring him back at fullback. Man.
Well, he was. I guess they
Stop
wasn't.
blocking that.
He didn't get much change in New England. I think $6 million, maybe.
Hey, man, Brandon, he could left him in his fullback, man. Our backup, I'd have been cool with that either way, man. Like, you see certain situations, again, Tony not putting his foot in the ground.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
didn't have to do
That
that. You could have
annoys
just
me,
sped all the way to the power line, man.
But I'm saying, if that's the route that you're taking,
Don't take that route.
He was
If that-
already going that way.
I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
you
I
stopped
agree.
from going that
I agree,
route.
but
You
when
gotta
you
block
watch
it.
that play from an NFL running back, I believe that they go through that cornerback. Or is Deshaun Elliott is what? Is he a safety? Is he a safety now? But he was a quarterback. He was a DB at one time. So even if he's a safety now, that matchup is a win-win for many other running backs in the NFL today.
I get that, but you're coming in. Your strong point is known to get you to the outside. Get Tony Pollard to the edge. Get him to the outside. When you get to the outside, the opportunity of all green to get to that pad line, you cut.
I
Yeah.
agree. I totally agree.
Why? What?
But even
why?
with
What's-
putting your shoulder down, you still should be able to. The rest of your body made it through to the end zone, but the ball did not.
like a
Yeah.
You got spent around.
You just running too high. You got to
Yeah.
touch it from the shoulders.
Yeah.
I mean, you running too high.
That, and I totally agree. But when I
Yeah.
watch that, it's like, what in the NFL, what
you
NFL running
barely
back
run.
can't make? Come on, bro. We just need more from you right now, TP, man. We need more from you, man. It's really annoying when you think about it because again, finding ways to lose. Let's find different ways to lose every fucking week.
What is annoying
You know.
is not finding a way to win.
It's been a game of interest.
You gotta
Yeah,
have a
that's bad
will
too.
to win.
That's,
so you go back
that's
to Philly,
more
you
annoying.
go back. Each of these games, you can always take it down to one or two plays that literally swung the game, either to where we get our ass blown out or we lose. Philadelphia inches multiple times. You know, a foot out of bounds, Schoon's foot down.
Schoon on the goal
you
line
look at
with the knee.
you look at San Francisco. There's always one or two plays back in
Yeah.
that game early that allowed them to run away with it. You look at Buffalo, there's a few plays that allowed them to run away with it. 3 extended drives, which is 21 points. You look at Arizona, if you go back and watch them games, there's one or two plays every game that we find a way to fucking lose, dog. This
Yeah,
game, we
but-
find a way to lose. Every game, it comes down to a couple of plays, even though we get
It's
blown out.
subjective
That's
though,
what,
Terry, because in the same
That's what
breath, you
allows
can
them to
find
stretch out.
2 or 3 plays in the games we won that allowed us to win the games.
yeah,
that we didn't.
and for that defense, you're gonna look at that for that opposite team. You're gonna look at that and say
Yeah,
the same damn
same
thing.
thing,
Same
yeah.
thing in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Buffalo was losing by average of 4 points every game. They could go down their 7 losses and say boom, 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 boom. This losses our games, and it makes sense.
And
But
almost took
we
one.
we can go down to all of our games and literally point at a few plays that allow a team to stretch out on us. And I'm tired of it being a few because these teams really, they don't be that better than us. It's heart, it's effort, it's coaching. The shit that you can't teach. You know what I mean? That's the thing that really is starting to get, that's frustrating because we have all the fucking talent in the NFL that you could ask for. And then another roster, another coach team or another team with the heart that plays with heart with this same amount of talent would be successful to whereas we have the talent and don't have the meanness, don't have the toughness. We're not rude. We're not physical, bro. And that shit just
These
gets
little
annoying.
last 2 games ain't nothing new though. The only
not.
thing that's different
He's
is
heavyweight.
Not physical, dog.
we've been
Like,
playing
it's annoying,
bum.
bro.
We've been playing lesser
We
quality
know that.
opponents, and we covered it up. And now that you're playing people with equal talent and equal record, you're getting exposed, man.
Man, if we had home
your
field in the
deficiencies
playoffs,
getting
I'd be all
exposed.
right.
If we had home
I
field,
still feel bad. I still feel good going there. I still feel good. If we would have won some of these games early and we had locked up playing like this and we could guarantee a
Some of
game or
what
two at home, I
games?
still wouldn't
The
worry.
Arizona?
No, I'm just saying. I still wouldn't
what?
worry if we were somehow, again, hypothetically speaking, we tend to do this a lot as Cowboys, but if we would have, even playing the way we are with home field advantage, I wouldn't have the same
If
worry.
you would just split one of these road games, man.
But that's
Just
it.
split it.
Split it. That's it.
At least win one.
The Arizona and the Philly game.
If you just won out, we had a chance to be a 1 seed.
Yeah.
what with?
It's all about mentality, staying locked in. Like I said, it
I feel
starts at
good
the
playing
top,
at home,
man.
bro. I feel good
Starts
playing at
at the
home.
top.
Like I don't worry about nothing playing at home because there's something about this team that just love playing at home.
Yeah.
And they play different. You know, we
That's,
play.
well, that's why you're not going to be a champion.
That's it. And I agree.
That's
I agree.
exactly
Super
why
Bowl
you're
ain't
not
at
going to
home.
be a
Super Bowl
champion.
ain't at home.
Whoever beat at home, that's really.
But that's why you're not going to be a
Philly?
champion.
Philly?
If you can just play at your home.
Are we hanging our hat on the Philly? Is that the home game? Because Seattle's ass came in and put up. They had damn near 8 burgers on us too.
Yeah.
They put up 35. So who have we beat at home that got you hanging your head to where we can go in the playoffs and feel confident with beating everybody?
The same way I feel about finding ways to lose is the same way I feel about
I
finding ways
understand
to
that,
win.
but I'm saying
Finding ways to win at home.
Finding ways to win at home. It's
Against
the same
who?
way
Find a way to win,
losing at home.
period.
I told
You
you
can't find a way to
we
win
talked
on the
that
road.
talk some weeks ago when
I
we was
agree.
in
I
the
mean,
middle
that-
when we was
that's
in the
true.
middle of that 5-game win streak, and I'm like, man, look at who we played, and you, it don't matter who we played. We're playing our ball. We're doing. No, it matters who we play. It does.
I believe
it
we
does.
play these same teams at home, it's a different outcome.
The only one I would say would be different is Miami because they're the same thing as we are. We're looking at the mirror with them.
Yeah.
They soft.
You
they
been
finesse,
saying that.
and they're weak. They're the same team as us. So if we played them at home, we would beat them. The
Yeah.
other ones, maybe Arizona,
Buffalo.
maybe Arizona, Buffalo. No, they beat they. It didn't matter where we played them at. They ran it down our throat. So in
For
that
the
case,
tune of
something about-
179 with one man.
you
Something
talking about playing at home
home does something for this Cowboys team.
when
I
we
don't
playing
know what it
cupcakes,
is.
man.
It ain't just cupcakes
Yeah,
because Philly.
man.
Yes, Philly did come in and we played differently against them at home.
They
We're
had
on
damn-
14.
They had damn near lost 3 games in a row after around that. It ain't like they was.
This win streak it's not just for this season. So if you look back to opponents on last season, who did we play and beat at home too? Something about playing in that stadium does it for us. And I know, again, I'm hypothetically speaking, because we're not
agree
going to
with
get a game there. We're not going to get a game there. You know, unless something magical
better
happens.
chances.
Unless something magical happens, because we shot ourselves. We've shut our
Nah,
mouth ourselves.
we're a
shut our mouth
we're a
ourselves so
5
much.
seed. We're the 5 seed. So
Yeah, it's
let's
locked
on
in, yeah.
like ain't no
I mean,
more
I'm saying-
asking for no help.
I'm saying, yeah,
It
it
could
can't-
6 if we drop these next 2 games.
I'm saying
We're who? We'll drop to a 6.
If we lose these next 2 games, who's the next team behind us is 2 games behind. If we drop that,
I'm saying-
Seahawks. Yeah, they 2 games.
Nah, they gotta have
behind
to
too.
get 3
They
because
got
we
8.
beat them.
Oh yeah, so they would have to have 3, but somebody else got 8
I'm
too.
saying, all I'm saying is, if you're a championship team,
Yeah.
it don't matter where you play at.
Yeah.
You get on the field and you line it up.
Yeah.
If you're holding it up that we got to be in Texas to have a chance to win,
Right.
we need to pack it up now.
Right,
But
right.
That's not it. That's
Bingo.
not the mentality we
That's
got.
Yeah.
Right now, with the way that we look on the road and how we play on the road, I'm gonna say that
You know-
divisional round is
you
it.
know
We,
who
we
look
5. I was
you
scared
know
of San Fran. I'm like, I don't want to do it. Steve looked me in my eyes like, man, we're gonna line up wherever we at, and we're gonna beat whoever wherever we are. That's the mentality that our players need to have. I didn't have that, and obviously our team ain't got that, and that's where we lacking at. If we got the Steve mentality and can line up and go beat whoever we need to, wherever we need to, we'll be okay. But if we're sitting here and my compadre to my left is telling me, I feel better if we'll be okay if we was playing at home. If we played them at home, we'll win. If we
Right.
had the playoff game, we in trouble, bro.
We in trouble.
That mean we in trouble.
I'm sitting there
We in
telling you we're in trouble. Yeah.
Hey,
Fibs.
that team last night.
The team last night.
That
on the
team
road.
last night on the road.
On the road.
That's what I like
That's
to
what
see.
I'm saying. It don't matter.
That's what I like
Line
to
them up
see.
where you at.
That's
and let's
what
knock
I
them
like
out.
to see right
Physical.
there.
We ain't coming down here
Like
to
for real,
finesse you. We
that's
gonna run
that's
through
Cowboys football. Like what that's what I like. That's what I'm
you know
used
what
to
they
They
seeing.
got 2 running
Now, but
backs
you know what they
around
did?
knocking heads off.
you. Heads off.
Yes,
Your
sir.
D-line and your linebackers
Yes,
is
sir.
running to the ball.
Yes,
knocking
sir.
heads off.
You know what
Yes,
they did? You know
sir.
what they did last night? They turned them over 4 times.
You know what
So,
they did last night?
They turned them over 4 times.
They
That makes
hit
a
them
big
in their
difference.
mouth back.
That's right.
They didn't get bullied. They
That's
wasn't
right.
scared. You smack us, we smack you. We smack you twice.
Cut
we hit
that
you
middle
hard.
of the field off too.
Cut the
And
middle.
then, nah, they ain't do that.
That's
Kittle tore
kinda-
him up.
you
Kittle
know
had
what?
100
Kittle
first
did.
half.
Kittle
Kittle had 100
did, but they
first
was
half.
You was kind of getting them a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
But they
That's
was making
kinda,
plays.
yeah.
Where they needed to make them. They kept pressure on.
They had
They was
Purdy
getting to him
rattled.
fast.
They had him
They
rattled.
was getting to him fast in the trenches.
And
And
that's a
touching them.
Touch
that's
That's how you got to do. You got
That's
to
a
get
product
close
of,
it in on them.
We rattling.
that's a
We're not
product
doing
of
that.
being in that's
we
a
don't have
product
that.
of being in Death Row Records, opposed to you know
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Played in Baltimore.
opposed to P Diddy. You know, real talk, man. That's
videos.
yeah, you know, if you don't want nobody in your video, dance and take that. You know, you don't want them in your video, go to death row, man, and that's a product of death row, man. Baltimore, man, letting their coach do his thing, and he's been doing his thing for years. He's built that team on defense for years, man.
Yeah,
you know, it's just a product of, you know.
But they only have players that fit their mentality or what they mean as a team. You got to be tough to play up, right? Ain't no finesse. You got to be tough. That's what
But
they
they
do.
draft those type of players. They draft those type. Look, what was that guy that Philly got from Bama?
Keep his guards up. We ride with him.
Yeah.
And one other thing I like to say, any artist out there want to be an artist and want to stay a star and don't want to have to worry about the executive producer trying to be all in the videos, all on the record, dancing.
Take that.
For you youngins that may not have understood what OG was talking about.
Yeah, man, they over at death row. They ain't got nobody trying to dance in their videos, man. Because if the man would have stayed out the videos, we would have been winning ships. We'd have kept winning ships.
So
from 95 on, we'd have kept winning ships if he'd have stayed out the videos, man.
Well, guess what, man? We ready put him in the Ring of Honor on Saturday night, man. Jimmy Johnson, man, finally get in the Ring of Honor. We take on Detroit.
Coach.
If you guys lose on Jimmy Johnson ring induction,
I expect to blow.
It's a disgrace.
Hey, I kind of miss them burgers.
I'm expecting to eat.
Yeah, I forgot what them burgers taste like,
Y'all
man.
eating burgers tonight? I said,
Yeah, man.
Y'all eating burgers tonight?
Hey,
Nah,
man,
baby, ain't no burgers
luckily, CD opened his mouth and he said something the professional adult way.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm looking for him to get peppered this weekend with targets.
it's at the crib. I expect all that.
Hey, 6-point favorites. And I think the spread, the over and under is 53.5. So
shootout.
Yeah, they expecting something big. So we'll see, man.
Control this.
Yeah. I mean, we got 2 games out, 2 games left.
And let me say something. I'm sorry.
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry.
Nah, you ain't got to speak.
Quiet be kept. Yeah, quiet be kept. We have to be careful again. We got 2 solid running backs coming in with Gibbs and Montgomery.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a challenge again, and we got to get ready up front.
And we got a fast receiver out here.
Oh, yeah.
Multiple fast receivers, and they coming off the edge.
And a solid tight end, so safety's
But hopefully, since they done clinched their little game and their little playoff, maybe they're not gonna, really play for this game.
Exactly.
They fight for 1 seed too. So
because something about their coach, he's feisty.
Yeah.
His team plays feisty. He has that edge.
Yeah.
So
because he's a cowboy.
Yeah. Sure is.
Yeah,
got that edge.
He's a cowboy from back when we was really cowboy. When we was running cowboy ball.
Right.
He was there. He knows what cowboy ball is, and that's what he's bringing to them.
Let's show them what we've been missing then, because that's what we need to do.
Yeah.
It's time to go on our run, man.
Yeah, let's get it back, man. So we wasn't wanting to do 12 and 13 to get to the Super Bowl, but now we got this road stretch we're gonna have to do, starting with the Commodores to get to the Super Bowl, man, in Vegas. So hey, let's see, man.
January football.
Let's see, man. Let's see what happened, man. Look, it feels the same, but I just hope. I'm just hoping for the best at this point.
Yeah, we not as confident as. Last time we was talking about these guys, it was easy like Sunday morning. We don't have it easy. We don't have it easy.
I'm all right. I'm looking for the adjustments. If I don't see him, I'm gonna see him during the game. So then I'm gonna know.
Hey, I see us winning this game, winning the 11th, and sitting our players out for
don't matter,
the
but you know
watch.
what?
If we can't, we
I don't
can't
think
gain a
Tyrod
seed
Taylor play no
doing,
more.
yeah.
I mean, he don't got to play no more rest.
One thing I'm thinking,
Figure it out
that I'm happy.
before
Look,
we go in the playoffs.
we were worried about keeping Dan Quinn. The way it's looking, shit, we gotta keep his ass because the way his defense is looking. Ain't no head coach job coming with this shit. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, Dan Quinn might be coaching himself into a forever D coordinator position here in Dallas, man.
Might be
You're right,
icing
brother.
itself.
Yeah, he's definitely
On our
icing
county,
himself,
icing himself.
That's the one plus. And we want to keep his ass in Green Bay State because, hey, man.
Cowboys running
He
the
got to
cut.
go to get somebody hurt. It's gonna
Cowboys
change.
running the cut.
Without hers.
Cowboys running the cut.
So hey,
Cowboys running the cut. Cowboys running the cut. Cowboys running the
that's
cut.
another one, fellas, man. We out of here, crew out, man. We'll see y'all in the kickback edition.
Cowboys running the cut.
Them niggas is
What's
weak.
that?
We ain't great win shit, bro. This is. Shit.
He's coming back. He's coming back. Unless we got something better coming.
Cowboys running the cut.
Right. I don't care.
If they
but I'm like,
Antonio Pierce, they fools.
you doing simple shit that I ain't liking. You following off.
Man, you better hire.
Ron Rivera probably gonna be out of there.
Oh, he need to go.
Motherfucker. Who else?
Put him back where he did.
Sean McDermott. If they choke it, he's out of there. I'm gonna tell you what.